we're starting to see is you're reaching like adoption saturation at other age demographics, where the growth area is really kind of in the older demographics. You already have almost complete adoption in the younger demographics, but you still do have growth with 45 to 54. So part of what Linda talked about was taking a look at, you know, in when we kind of discussed some notes for the meeting and talking about what are some trends for 2013 as we look forward from a social standpoint. So, and again, this is changing so much, there's a lot going on, but as we sit here and look at it now, some of the big things, what's always already being referred to as the empty 2013 with no Olympics, and in particular no election, because the election drove a huge amount of engagement on Facebook. Just from people commenting during the conversation, so that there aren't major events at this point in time, you know, that we see that are going to be at that nature. So it's in terms of what's that going to affect be. Another is the battle for the news feed, and a lot of you may have seen this. Is Facebook's been changing their algorithm. Basically, there's been more of it in for those of you that kind of run, you know, brand, you know, pages or different things with that you'd see with it. It used to be brands were prioritized within Facebook. So if you were the Nike brand and you posted something and somebody like Nike, you know, your posts basically were elevated, and you'd see that. And you've probably seen that in some of your news feeds, that the different brands that you liked have been elevated. Well, Facebook's changed that now, and part of that, the rationale is that they're trying to drive, as they've gone public, they're trying to drive more revenue, and one of the ways they're looking at doing that is promoted posts. So now promoted posts basically are the way that brands are going to need to be, you know, elevated and stuff like that. So there's kind of an ongoing battle for the news feed in terms of what's prioritized. Are you going to have to pay for prioritization in that part? So a lot of that's going to shake up, because Facebook's kind of rather insistent that they're, you know, really not doing promoted posts for that way, but the timing was very similar. So another thing is the importance, and I know we're going to talk more about, you know, mobile and social, but the importance of social search and targeting. Two key things from a marketing standpoint to look at. The importance of social search is still in its relative infancy, but it's really something that we need to focus on in terms of, like for example, we work closely with our search department in terms of how we can prioritize that. Facebook's targeting has become much more enhanced. It was always a good platform for running media. At this point, it's now, instead of talking about they can target your general interest, they're really able to